and pissed here with the one and only clairvoyant one, the Shaw. What's going on, brother?
You know,
I guess we are straight off the heels of SummerSlam, the first two-night SummerSlam ever. Man, what did you think about it? Oh,
SummerSlam
overall,
overall,
yeah, overall.
Summer great that we're going to get moving forward, and I think it's set for a lot of what we're going to see in the future, like great things in the future. So overall, I give SummerSlam a C plus, a B or an A because I do have some issues with some of the botches that we got in some of these main event matches. Number one. Number two, man, I'm sorry, but that Dan thousand people money's bullshit, that was just a waste of fucking time, and that should have been on like Saturday Night Main Event, you know. But I think my biggest gripe walking away from it is just the treatment of Dominic Mysterio. Like I'm like, what is going on, bro? Like Dominic, like, dude, he's become a comedy act. Dominic Mysterio, come on, man. And you ain't got nothing for Braun Strowman. Yeah, we could have had some other shit that could have went down in some of them spots that I felt some people backstage should have been involved in. But those are my only two: the Danhausen, and of course, the way they're treating Dominic Mysterio.
So the entire Danhausen match is what you feel was trash the entire night, the entire two-night show.
Yeah, I don't know what people were expecting from Lesnar. I mean, dude, like you knew what was going. You wanted to go out. Dude, he got slammed by over 50, and he said after that slam, no more. And he put this nigga on top of a fucking cage. Not everybody is Ric Flair, and leave it up in the ring and over and get the fuck out.
I mean, I think Dominic is a good wrestler, but I don't think we'll ever see Dominic as like the guy. I think your expectations for Dominic Mysterio are far too much. Um, and I'm not saying Dominic is trash, but what I am saying is Dominic Mysterio is not a top guy. Um, and now he might be introduced into the Intercontinental spot, especially with Gable, and Penta's out of it. Hopefully they put Penta into the hopefully they put Penta into the you know tag team scene with his brother, since they obviously brought back Big Cass last night, and they're not putting Cass with Enzo if they do bring back Enzo, real one or whatever. So I don't know what's going on, but I would say for me, SummerSlam was if I'm giving it a out of five rating, I would give it a three, a three. Match of the weekend. I know a lot of people said it was Roman versus Seth, but it didn't. That match went too long for me. Match of the weekend once again was moment of the weekend. I would say Nick Aldis' entrance with Oasis and everything, and just the performance he did with Gunther. But the match could have went a little bit longer, so I would say match of the weekend for me was Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. I said yesterday in the live stream that I feel like CM Punk is a common denominator for greatness on these pay per views as of late. But Raw, um, Raw, I wouldn't say you told me before we pressed record that you thought it was the best Raw in a long time. The only thing that I enjoyed from Raw was the interaction of Braun Breaker and Obafemi, which is setting up for the future.
Be a top. Never said McDonald's. No. So I'm not expecting this level of
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All I'm gonna say is that for me, that was it. Roman Reigns um, and LA Knight was a good interaction, but I don't really see them doing anything other than that. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't see them doing anything other than that. Um, that's it. Like Roman Reigns, LA Knight. I don't see Roman dropping the title to LA Knight. I don't see Roman dropping the title until Mania, and I don't see him dropping it to anyone else but Obafemi. And that's the only new thing I thought we will have him dropping the title to Oba, and we can set up for the monumental match of Obafemi versus uh Braun Breaker down the line, maybe next year or the year after.
giving the guy the belt when he's fresh and hot during that time. Look what he for. Look what he did for Brock. We're young by age, but they're also young to the business. And I've seen how that can really help a wrestler really and solidify early on in his career. Now, Owen is now one of those guys that on kind of forget they were world champion. Open fans are kind of that once he and I don't see him working his way back to.
Yeah, brother. I mean, I don't know, sir. I could not hear the last part of that. I'm not gonna lie to you. You broke up for me. I did not hear that.
I don't think he's somebody who will end up in catering in the next few years. I think Open fans, if you get him early on in his career, but Open fans is a guy, he's young. I honestly feel that him having the help would be something dope.
You still breaking up, boss. I didn't hear you. All I heard was Obafemi and catering.
One second. Hold on. I don't know why this thing is messing.
I was going to say you putting Obafemi and catering. I don't know how I feel about that. Obafemi, well, Shahid will be right back. But Obafemi and catering is diabolical where I come from. Um, I don't know if he meant that, but Obafemi is a star. Came out in complete African garb, Nigerian garb. I thought that was awesome to see. Um, Definitely not something that I was expecting to see, but definitely something awesome to see. He kicked butt in that situation. His promo was good. It was fiery. He did his thing. Um, I know I completely understand the people chanting Oba, 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 because Oba deserves all of it. Um, he is a star, but so is Braun Breaker, in my opinion. Braun Breaker was sitting on the sidelines for a little while, and they'll lose those tag team titles. Maybe not to Alpha Academy, but maybe we'll get some kind of shakeup here soon where we'll get the Lucha Brothers on the same show. Lucha Brothers win. I would love to see them run with the tag titles for a little while. Phoenix and Penta. Penta, I feel like Penta's reached his peak as a singles competitor. His peak is just being an intercontinental champion. They're not going to push him to be a world champion of any kind, at least not right now. And I think putting him and his brother Ray Phoenix together would elevate the tag team scene. Since obviously, I don't think they're going to be having Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins doing too much of anything uh, here lately, especially since Montez Ford just congratulations to Montez Ford and Bianca Belair for having a healthy baby boy. Uh, you know, I'm happy to hear that. So I think that that's a beautiful thing. But I don't see the tag team division is kind of lame. We really didn't have any. We didn't have any tag team championship matches on a SummerSlam, and so that just means the titles don't matter. We didn't even have like an intercontinental, title. Whether it was men's, well, I take that back. We had men's, but the women's was pretty much uh, non-existent when we had it on Raw. We had the match between Raquel and Soruka on Raw. But it is what it is. But we did have one good women's match, and that was the ladder match. And of course, the best possible outcome of Chelsea Green being the interim women's champion, the first ever WWE interim women's champion, which I think is an amazing thing in itself that she was the first ever interim women's champion. That is amazing to hear, amazing to see. But also, we have with Raw, I think it's confusing of where this bloodline thing is going. Heel, babyface, is Roman a tweener? Uh, Jacob gets a good, amazing reaction. People still want to yeet with Jay. Jimmy's an entertaining promo, but where are we going with this? Roman is going to be in AAA, helping them probably counter program AEW, which is cool. It's fine. Roman in AAA, Roman interacting with whoever he's going to be interacting with, whether it's Ludwig Kaiser slash Al Grande Americano, whether it's Omas, well, is it Bloodline versus El Facciones? Or I think that's the name of the group that has Berto and Garza. It's going to be something special nonetheless. And I think that is what we are forgetting uh, about the magic of Roman Reigns. Granted, I wasn't impressed by his match, but Roman Reigns is an amazing competitor when it comes to wrestling. He's an amazing personality, aura, as LA Knight put it. He has aura. And his aura just shoots through professional wrestling. It shoots through an arena. It's electrifying. Not quite like The Rock, but it is electrifying when Roman Reigns steps in. The music, the lights, the pyro. Um, Something like that in AAA would be good. And if they did the gang warfare with the AAA superstars and Roman, I think we would be in for something special, a little treat. But we'll see. It's all we will see what will happen with them. What will happen? Will it pop off and be the greatest thing ever, or will it be nothing? It's something we have to see. I hope it's something. I hope this leads to, and not just something as a counter program. I want it to be more. Personally, I want it to be um, more than just some counter programming. I want it to be meaningful for AAA, meaningful for the WWE, meaningful for Roman Reigns, meaningful for the Bloodline, meaningful for whoever they interact with. Because if it's just something, a throwaway thing that doesn't get mentioned other than that night, that doesn't get brought up, that doesn't have any kind of blowback on Monday Night Raw, or Friday Night SmackDown, or wherever the Bloodline's going to be, it is going to be pointless and stupid and make no sense. So hopefully they do this AAA Roman Reigns crossover. Him just now finding out that Rey Mysterio is going to be is the AAA um, guy. He is a AAA general manager. So we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully, it turns out good. And then when it comes to, as we know, SmackDown, I'm far more looking forward to what's going to happen on SmackDown. Um, the interaction, the everything, just Roman Reigns. I mean, CM Punk and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens returns. CM Punk and Kevin Owens. Chelsea Green, who's going to be the first person to challenge her as the interim women's champion. I hope it's Blake Monroe because I believe Blake Monroe versus Rhea Ripley is money whenever Rhea gets healthy to perform and wrestle again. Um, we have so many things to look forward to when it comes to SmackDown. Raw, I'm just like, it is what it is. It's kind of up in the air. Big Cass made his return last night, beat up Javon Evans. Wasn't anything special. But I see that they're doing something similar to what they kind of did in Impact when he was just using his real name, William Morrissey or W. Morrissey. So hopefully he'll come out and do something like that, and eventually he'll reunite with Enzo Amore. I know a lot of people were talking about, hey, him and Enzo need to reunite, or maybe he needs to be a manager to someone. Well, he needs a manager or be somebody's bodyguard, which would be cool. I don't see him being anyone's bodyguard, but I do see him maybe having a mouthpiece, and there's no better mouthpiece for him other than Enzo Amore. I think Enzo would be an amazing mouthpiece for him. But that's the only thing. I didn't see too much going on Raw, and like Shahid, who was here, who had some little technical difficulties. He said he thought that Raw was the best Raw he saw in a long time. Um, like I said, the only thing that really got me going, the LA Knight promo and Roman Reigns, they had a good interaction, but it wasn't. I don't think it built enough story. But I guess him and Roman are going to have a match because Roman said he's going to take care of it. But the real thing is, are we going to see and Royce Keys versus Jacob Fatu? Let me talk about that. That was nothing, absolutely nothing, nothing good. It happened. It was a decent match. The blood capsule at the end after the chair shot in the throat with the booty bump and all that stuff. That was nice, but it really wasn't something that I think really pushed the story forward. I guess they're going to write off Royce Keys, Real Hobbs for a little while, but after that, I mean, what are we going to do? What's going to happen? You know, The Usos didn't show up. I think we should. They're not even a tag team. Like that needs to be pushed if you want to put some light on the tag teams right now. But I guess they're gonna have to get these belts off of Braun and Logan Paul, so Braun and Austin Theory, and take care of the Alpha Academy, so Braun can be out of this tag team vortex. He can definitely still be in the Vision, but he can't be a tag team champion. He needs to undoubtedly be the superstar that he's meant to be. He looks great. He talks great. He's there. He is Steiner. He's Rick and Scott mixed together in a ball. Um, push Brock Breaker to the moon. But I'm elderly and I'm pissed. And that was how I thought about Monday Night Raw and a little bit of SummerSlam.